Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sick and the Sikshot Gaming Channel, and I am back today with another Dragon Ball FighterZ video for you. And this time is going to be all about the latest and newest DLC character, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Very excited to do this. What to do a block with this character. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is one of my favorite characters in the Dragon Ball franchise, and this may be the last character we will get DLC wise for Dragon Ball FighterZ. At least Dragon Ball FighterZ 1. There may be a Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 later on down the road, but who knows? I'm just speculating. But this character is very unique. He's simple but unique. So we're going to go all over his block streams. But first, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Check out some of the past content. Have tons of content for you to enjoy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and check the notification bell and hit the all tab to get notified every time I drop some new content for y'all. Also, if you want to help support my channel in any type of way at all, you can check the links in the box below to go do so. But anyways, let's get started. So to start this video off, we're going to talk about some of Gogeta's, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's normals. So his standing jab and standing jab from his auto combo is safe, so that's pretty good. His down jab is safe as well, and his standing medium is safe. So you can stagger pressure a lot with this character with his normals. His down medium is punishable, so you're not gonna be able to stagger pressure as much with that. But from his standing light, and standing medium, you can stagger pressure, so that's pretty good. So moving on from there, we're gonna talk about some of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta unique normals. He has a forward heavy as a unique normal, and when you use this in a block string, it makes it a true block string. And he has follow-ups from the forward heavy. He has forward heavy, and he has forward heavy, down forward heavy, and he could cancel into his key blast from his forward heavy, and he could also cancel into his standing heavy from his forward heavy. So this is very, very important to know when it comes to mixing up with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about some of his block strings that are true and safe block strings. So we have light, down medium, standing medium, forward heavy into the key blast, and this is a true block string where the opponent cannot reflect until after the key blast. This is a very good block string that keeps you safe and gives you some distance from your opponent. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about the followers from his forward heavy. So forward heavy is a overhead, and down forward heavy is a low. Both of these follow-ups has a gap, so keep that in mind. Standing heavy after the forward heavy has a gap as well, but standing heavy will have a gap in whatever block string that you use with Gogeta. So keep that in mind. Any block string you use with Gogeta, if you use a standing heavy and the opponent press button, it will freight trap them and hit the opponent. So keep that in mind. Moving on, we're going to talk about the forward heavy. It's an overhead, it's a combo starter, and your opponent cannot mash down light or try to interrupt you at all with normal attacks. They would have to use a DP and so on and so forth. But like I said, it's a combo starter, and the traditional combo after you hit with the forward heavy follow-up, the overhead follow-up from the forward heavy will be a combo like this. So keep that in mind. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about the down forward heavy follow-up from the forward heavy. So the down forward heavy follow-up from the forward heavy, that's a lot of forward heavies saying this. But yeah, the follow-up from here has a large enough gap where you could interrupt it with any 6-frame normal, 6 frame, maybe even 7 frames or 8 frames. You can interrupt it. It's pretty much on the slow side. But to discourage your opponent from interrupting you, you have your forward heavy from your forward heavy mix up, and you have your standing heavy as frame traps to stop your opponent from pressing buttons. And you can mix your opponent with the down forward heavy, which is a low, and it scales as a medium starter, so it's just really, really good. And you get better combo from the down forward heavy, which I will showcase. So this will be your typical combo that you will get from your forward heavy follow-up, and this is the typical combo that you would get from your down forward heavy follow-up. So yeah, keep that in mind. That should be the combos that you should be going into. Standard B&B stuff. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about the ways you can counter the forward heavy follow-ups. So the gap is large enough from every single follow-up besides the standing heavy where you could vanish. So keep that in mind. Down forward heavy, you could vanish as well. So the forward heavy and the down forward heavy, you could vanish. Standing heavy, you cannot vanish at all. So keep that in mind. Also, since there's a gap, you can always do a DP, and the DP will beat out every single option. The DP will beat out the forward heavy, the DP would beat out the down forward heavy, and the DP would beat out the standing heavy after the forward heavy. So all these options will be beaten out by a invincible startup DP. So surprisingly enough, all level 3s doesn't beat out the forward heavy follow-up. Maybe it's just because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's level 3 doesn't freeze time, or maybe it was a level 7, I don't know. But I just wanted to showcase that not every single level 3 beats out the forward heavies follow-up, but a level 3 that freezes time like Ultra Instinct Goku will. So just wanted to showcase that. It's probably almost every level 3 beats it out besides Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's, and that's probably only in the level 7 state yet. So moving on from there, the next thing we're going to talk about to incorporate in your block strings is his Core Circle 4 series. First, we're going to start talking about the light version, Core Circle 4 Light. So you can put this into your block strings, and it's going to be a true block string, and it's 100% safe on block, the light version at least. So you can do a light, down, medium, standing, medium, forward, heavy, Core Circle 4 light, and it's going to be a true block string, and it's 100% safe. So that's very good to know. So obviously with safe gapless block strings, you can easily throw on a assist at the end of it, and you have a plethora of mix-up options from there depending on the assist. So you could do stuff like this. You could do instant cross-up into a combo after the Core Circle 4 light. So here's what makes Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta super unique compared, and the only character that's able to do this. He could basically instant air dash twice, so he could air dash twice in the air. So we're gonna apply this to a mix-ups from our Core Circle 4 light, and if you're quick enough, not slow just like that, but if you're quick enough, you could do double air dash mix-up just like so. And this will be super effective. Mid-screen mix-up, these will be super effective. So you could do a mix-up like this. You could instant double air dash back to the same side, and while your opponent is initially blocking the other way, you come back to the same side, catch him off guard with this mix-up, and it's pretty much a wrap from there. This mix-up is a staple in any Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's gameplay. You have to learn the double instant air dash. If you want to do this mix up the fastest way as possible, you want to learn how to do with the button, which would be up, forward, and the super dash button. So yeah, so here's another mix up you could do. You could air dash and then double air dash late and end up on the opposite side for a mix up. So your opponent thinks he's gonna cross back over to the same side, but you're actually not. You're gonna come back with a late overhead, catch him off guard. And you could open up your opponent with a Dragon Rush on the other side, or you could land on the other side and do a low. Once you get the double air dash down, you can mix in other ways to mix up your opponent. So moving on, we're going to talk about Core Circle 4 Medium. Core Circle 4 Medium has a gap in between any block string that you use. So this is a frame trap where if your opponent tries to press buttons, they will get hit. You will get hit if you try to press buttons if the opponent or you use Core Circle 4 Medium. So keep that in mind. This is a good frame trap type move. Since there is a gap, you can reflect this move or DP or use any type of level 3 that's invincible on startup. So keep that in mind. As I'm just showcasing right now, I'm showcasing you can do the DP. So any character with a DP, a invincible startup DP, will beat out this move. and all level 3s, well, I believe all level 3s will beat out this move as well. This move is perfect to use as a frame trap in a corner because it causes a wall bounce and you can get a high damage and combo. So keep that in mind. So I would use this move a lot in the corner. Other than that, this move has the same properties on block than the light version. It is 100% safe. You can use the assist to continue your pressure after that if the opponent blocks. Same thing with the enhanced version. All versions of this move is safe on block. So keep that in mind. So the next special move you could incorporate into your block strings is the quarter circle forward back series, light, medium, and heavy. So quarter circle forward light is safe on block. It's only -2 and startup is 24 frames, and that's about the same amount as everybody universal forward medium. So keep in mind that it's 24 frames startup, -2 in block, and it's the same amount of frames as everybody's universal overhead. So you might as well go with the universal overhead when it comes to using the light version of this move. But the medium version of this move is slower. It's 30 frames, but it is +2 on block. So basically you have all of your post vanish options from here. So keep that in mind. And the enhanced version has the speed of the light version and the +2 on block of the medium version. So that's very good. So again, you have all of your plus frame advantage, your post vanish options from the medium and enhanced versions of this move. Another thing about this move is that this move low crushes. As you can see, the Gogeta is set the down jab, and the light and medium version will go directly over the down jab, where the enhanced version will only go over low attacks that has a diagonal angle. If your low has a high hitbox like Gogeta's down jab, it would completely stuff it out. But UI's Goku's down jab will get beaten out because he attacks you more in a downwards angle. And once you hit with every single version of the move, it causes a sliding knockdown, and you can combo directly into your super from there. So ways these moves can get countered is that you can easily do a standard normal that's fast enough, and it's going to beat out every single version of this move. Another way you can punish this move is by reflecting, because there is a huge gap in between. So you can easily reflect on reaction. So you can even probably backdash. You could vanish as well, as I'm showcasing. You could vanish as well. The gap is huge, so you can vanish as well. You could also use any type of DP, level 3, and a down heavy, because this is count as a airborne move. So you can easily down heavy and beat out your opponent who uses this move. And you could do, going back, you could do a DP, as I'm showcasing right now. An invincible star DP. Or a DP that's just fast enough to beat out the move, because the move is pretty slow. And you could do a level 3 super, just like so. So there's plenty of ways to beat out this move. So if you're going to use this move in mix-ups, you gotta be very, very tricky and condition your opponent not to press buttons. So moving on from there, the next special move that you incorporate into your block strings is quarter circle back and the key blast button, and it is Gogeta's counter. This counter is really, really good. If your opponent likes to mash buttons, this is the perfect move to use against any opponent who likes to press buttons all the time. It will counter any type of physical attack, and you can start a combo from there. All you have to do is just super dash, and it's an easy follow-up. Any type of key blast or projectile attack, you cannot get a combo after, though. It will just absorb the attack, but you will not be able to get a combo after. So just keep that in mind. But again, any type of physical attack, you get a combo. The automatic follow-up is just a super dash, and you get a regular combo from there. So it's a pretty good move to use. So moving on, we're going to be talking about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's command grab, and this is another special move that you can incorporate into your block strings. And I'm going to show you every single way that you can mix it with this move. So this command grab has its pros and cons. So this command grab pro has a good animation where it can psych out his opponent and has good range. One of the cons about it is on the slower side of command grab, 26 frames, and it automatically side switches. It would be better if you could actually control if you want to side switch or not with this command grab. That would be really, really dope, but obviously that's not the case. So if you use this command grab in the corner, you have to vanish or have an assist that's quick enough to combo off of the wall bounce. But if your back is against the wall, you can easily combo just like so. So that's pretty good, but there's not going to be so many times when your back is against a wall and you're going to be able to do a command grab. So that's the one bad thing about it. So going back to users move mid-screen. So mid-screen, the only conversions you could get is a vanish combo, just like so. Or you could use an assist like Super Baby 2's, for example, and combo just like so as well. I dropped the combo, but you understand where I'm going with it. So yeah. Another thing would make this command grab a lot better if he actually had a command Meha. So if he kind of like Goku Black's command Meha and his grab command Meha, that would make the command grab a lot better. But yeah, moving on. Now we're going to talk about ways to mix up your opponent. Obviously, some of the ways you could do so is from like light command grab, light down medium command grab, normal stuff like that. You always want to mix up your timings of the command grab. Now the only thing about that is that light and light down medium doesn't cause enough pushback for you to get the command grab off, so your opponent could easily punish you. But one move that's really, really good, since this move have a lot of range, you can use the Ki Blast and use the Ki Blast, and after the Ki Blast, go into the command grab, and it gives you enough pushback where you could catch your opponent, and that's really, really good. Especially since every single option after the Ki Blast can be reflected. The computer doesn't really showcase that really well here, but after a Ki Blast, you can reflect special moves. So you could set your opponent up to reflect, and once they used to like, alright, you do Ki Blast into a special move that's reflectable. You can catch them all guard with a command grab just like so, and get a combo from there. So that's really, really good. But yeah, backtracking a little bit, one of the best ways to execute this command grab and mix up your opponent is adding a Ki Blast into your block string. It's going to cause enough pushback where it will catch your opponent off guard if you do the command grab, especially since you can follow up with the standing heavy after the Ki Blast. So that's really, really good. This will be, I'm showcasing right now how you can mix in the standing heavy with the command grab. So yeah, that's really, really good. So moving on from there, we're going to talk about using the command grab after the forward heavy. So since your opponent knows there's follow-ups after your initial forward heavy with the forward heavy, or down forward heavy, or standing heavy, you can easily sneak in a command grab at this point. If your opponent tries to press buttons, they will get hit with one of the mix-ups. And if they don't press buttons and just try to block or reflect, they could get hit with the command grab. So that's really, really good that he has a command grab to mix in with these mix-ups. That's really, really good. But besides that, you always want to mix up your timing and your block string with the command grab. You want to do light command grab, light Ki Blast command grab, light down beating command grab. You always want to keep your opponent on their toes on when you're going to use the command grab. Since Gogeta has a lot of frame trap options where your opponent can actually reflect, the command grab is very, very good. I just wish Gogeta had the option to pick where he wants to throw their opponent. Also have a command Meha to go with this command grab. But moving on, we're going to talk about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's forward Ki Blast attack. And this is where he gains levels. And obviously, when you put this all the way up to level 7, he has an instant kill with his level 3. Another thing with this move is that you could cancel the ending recovery of this move into a special move, and you could kind of get your opponent off guard, and you could get in a free level up from this. You can catch your opponent off guard because your opponent probably gonna think you're gonna do some type of frame trap option, and they probably won't immediately press a button. And if you have your respect to your opponent for them not to press a button, you could cancel into one of your other special moves, catch them off guard, and you get a free level up. And you can mix this here and there. It's more of a gimmick than anything else. I wouldn't use this a lot, but sometimes you can get a free level if you want to. Now, obviously, you have to condition your opponent to not press buttons, because if your opponent likes to press buttons, they can easily stuff you out just like this. You cannot cancel at all until towards the end of the animation of this move, so you can easily get stuffed out. So only use this once you have your opponent respect of not pressing buttons. Once you mix them up so many times that they don't want to press buttons no more, you could throw in something like this and catch them off guard. But one thing I will say is that the key blast does push them far enough back where any type of standing light or down light will whiff, so they have to retaliate with like a standing medium normal. So keep that in mind. So moving on, now we're gonna talk about some of the extra stuff that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has in his tool set when it comes to mix up your opponent on block. One other stuff that we're gonna move on to is talking about his auto combo and some of the stuff you could do with his auto combo. So all 3 hits of his auto combo is a true block string. Also is 100% safe on block. Now the ending animation of the auto combo will make it seem like he's airborne and you can air dash after that, but he actually can't. You cannot air dash, you cannot back dash, you cannot do nothing. But you can just hit the ground and immediately block, so that's really, really good. Also, you can super dash to catch your opponent off guard if you think they're going to try to down jab you. Or you can cancel to any one of your special moves, because all his special moves, the funny thing is that he lands on the ground, but if you cancel to your any type of special move, he will be airborne. So yeah, that's one funny thing about him. But yes, you cannot punish at all with a down heavy, the auto combo. You can, however, punish his special move follow-ups. So if you stand in and you cancel to the core circle forward, you cannot punish at all. But if you are crouching this move and they cancel into their core circle forward series, it's gonna whiff right over their head and you can punish with a down heavy very easily. So keep that in mind. Moving on to the medium version of this move, it keeps the same properties as the grounded version. If you use to cancel the auto combo, if you block this standing and try to down heavy this move, you will get punished. But if you was a crouch, it'll whiff right over your head and you can down heavy very easily. So keep that in mind. So moving on from there, we're gonna talk about canceling into the core circle back series. Every single version of this move can be down heavied. Every single version of this move can be down heavied. So I wouldn't cancel into this move at all. Off of like auto combo, I would not cancel the move at all. But one move I will cancel into is a counter. His counter can be done in the air as well. So if your opponent tries to down heavy you or any type of thing like so, you will get punished. And since if you counter a physical attack, you get a combo. If it's a key blast, you will not get a combo. So keep that in mind. So moving on, we're gonna talk about Gogeta with high stun block assist. So Gogeta mix-up game can be very, very scary, like base Vegeta's was with Kid Buu. And there's a couple reasons why. But one thing I would like to talk about is, which I noticed after this patch, and I don't know if this was like this before, but the normal timing that you would use a Kid Buu assist to lock your opponent down, it seems like you can reflect the last Buu ball at the end. Now I found the right timing so where the opponent cannot reflect, but if you go with the timing of just pressing the Kid Buu assist and the down medium at the same time, then they will be able to reflect the Kid Buu assist. So keep that in mind. But the proper timing would be to use the Kid Buu assist with the standing medium and then cancel into your special move, and then you will be able to lock your opponent down and catch a really good mix-up. For the most part, will be a true block string in the very beginning. So that's really, really good. So you have to get the timer down, or otherwise your opponent will be able to reflect. So all these mix-ups is pretty much the same mix-ups that we had in the beginning part of the Quarter Circle 4 series with the assists. Only thing is that he get more mileage out of these mix-ups with a high stun block assist that will keep him in a true block string longer, so you will get a guaranteed low or high mix-up. As you can see, you can even do double instant air dash back to the same side, and it will still be a true block string, which is very, very good with a high stun block assist. So Gogeta will be a dangerous character to block with any type of block assist. That's like 40 frames and up. Very, very dangerous character to block. Also, a high stun block assist, you can easily put your opponent in a true block string situation where they had to guess on your forward heavy follow-ups, right? Because they in a true block string, down forward heavy, in the forward heavy, after the forward heavy will always be a true block string. So try to incorporate that into your gameplay. Now, moving on, now we're going to talk about the traditional mix-up, universal mix-up. Everybody has super dash plus assist in the corner. So with Gogeta, it gets very, very scary because the normal thing with everybody else would be high or hit the ground low with a block stun assist that gives you enough block stun to do this. But since Gogeta has a double air dash, he can air dash twice, he can get really, really tricky with his mix-ups, right? So he could do the standard high or standard high low, but he could air dash after the high. He can do stuff like this, which is really, really good. Other characters in this game cannot do this. Gogeta is the only character in this game that could do something like this. Only other time you could do something like this is when you're in sparking mode. Gogeta has access to this all the time, so it's really, really good. So you call the assist at the right time, you go with the high-low, or you could do high, falling, jump, medium, air dash into a double overhead. The only thing is that for you to get a very low air dash to where it can mix up your opponent very, very well, you have to let your jump medium, you have to delay your jump medium a little bit and then immediately air dash from there. If you do it perfectly, you get a very, very hard to see mix up. And if you was to incorporate an assist with high block stun, at least 30 and over, you can get a very, very strong mix up just like so. You get a triple overhead mix up. You can keep mixing up even more and go for a triple overhead into a low. Or you could do a quadruple overhead mix up just like so. All these mix-ups is very, very good, and he's the only character in this game that could do stuff like this. So keep this in mind. So yeah, folks, that's pretty much the end of the road for this video. This has been a what to do on block Super Saiyan 4 Dragon Ball FighterZ Gogeta video. Hopefully you was able to learn something new today. If you was able to learn something new today, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to share the video. Please share the video, like the video. It makes the channel grow. So I greatly appreciate it if you do so. Overall, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is a very interesting, simple, but unique character since he has special stuff that only he could do in this game. So that's really, really good. But besides that, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Check out some of the past content. I have tons of content for you to enjoy. Make sure to hit the notification bell and click the all tab to get alerted every time I drop a new vid for y'all. Also, you want to help support my channel in any type of way at all, check the links below to go do so. But anyways, I hope all of you have a nice day. Peace.
Running, running, whoa. This is what we do. This is what we do. Running, yeah.